Hey, Red Knights, Mr. Hantak here again. There is one more material type I want to take a look at, one more assignment type, I should say, that I want to take a look at before we get to gradebooks, and before we get to calendars and Schoology as well. So, you're probably, in some of your classes, going to see discussions, these little speech bubbles. This is just a little quick guide on how to complete those too, along with some pro tips on discussions. I'm going to click on Joe's English 1 discussion all about you. I'm not actually going to answer it for him, so that I'm not doing his work for him here, but I do want to show how discussions work. So for her first lesson, Miss Im has scheduled or has created an assignment that involves a little bit of writing on Joe's part. He's got some questions, a 3+ sentence paragraph in the comment box, no bullet points, all those directions, right? Along with due dates. So discussions are a way that teachers can ask you to submit writing in such a way that they can read it, but it's also in such a way that your classmates can read it and comment on it as well. That may or may not be a graded part of the assignment with the commenting. In any case, the way that Joe can complete this is if he clicks write a comment, he can then type in his answer to the prompt above. I'm just going to type in some blah blah blahs real quick. Blah 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 blah. Now, what we should note here is that Joe does have some tools at his disposal. If Joe wanted to underline a word, all he has to do is highlight it and click underline. If he needs to, I would use those things sparingly. But notice that there is a way to spell check inside of this. I'm not going to click that because I misspelled everything. Change the font size, you probably don't need to do that. But then you can get creative with insert content as well. So let's say you're doing some research and you wanted to provide a link to an article that you read on your topic. You could provide that link by hitting insert link as well. There is also a way that you can attach files. So let's say for this particular one, you also wanted to attach a photo. You could do that by attaching file. I would consult with your teacher first to see if that's something he or she wants you to do. But notice that there's some other options on how you can get creative with discussions here too. A couple of pro tips on discussions. Schoology does not save discussions. It doesn't auto-save them as you're working on it. So if I never click post on here and then a lightning strike hits nearby and takes all the power out of my house, I will lose my work so far, so keep that in mind. I would say if you know you cannot complete a discussion assignment in one sitting, it's wise to write it in another space like Microsoft Word, just to make sure that you can save it, and then you can simply copy paste it into the bar by hitting Control C to copy, then Control V to paste. Mine pasted some kind of weird link. I don't really need to use that. In any case, that is how you can kind of pro tip your way through discussions. And then from there, once Joe clicks post, he should be able to see what other people have posted, and then from there he can reply to what other people have said. Just as a reminder, be respectful in everything that you write and everything that you say in these discussions on Schoology. Your teachers are watching, but even more important than that, we want to learn how to be respectful and responsible when it comes to communicating with our classmates too.